Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen. I am Artist of Truth, and welcome to another vlog entry. So you see the title, right? Yeah, you see it. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this interesting topic. I really don't talk much about it, because people need to see things for themselves, right? So came across this article. Boy. So the FDA and the CDC jab experts now claim they are outraged at government and Moderna for allegedly hiding key data about updated booster effectiveness. When I tell you, I can't make this up. I can't. I really can't. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me get this straight. Now, there's a plethora of Americans and abroad, individuals with degrees, without degrees, with children, without children, with little next to no research. Or then they did research it, but they didn't use their common sense. So all of a sudden, now, what was once being told to the public, these jabs are perfectly safe and effective, and they will protect you from you know what. All this has done is create division amongst people, colleagues, family. Yeah, most definitely family, boy. I just, me personally, I can't even get into it enough on the family tip. I really can't. But it has divided people in various ways. Individuals like myself who have not gone out and gotten any sort of jab whatsoever. I never will. I never will. And I get it. Some people feel like, oh, you're just gonna be reckless and all this. Wait a minute. Let's not talk about being reckless when this country was established by reckless individuals. Okay? Let's not go to that side of the fence. All right? But after the Tuskegee experiment told me enough, I was not going to be anyone's guinea pig. I sure damn enough wasn't going to be a guinea pig for any of these privately owned agencies like, CDC, the FDA, the World Health Organization, but it's even more funnier is how the FDA, who has been known for approving products that were going on the shelves for members of the public to purchase and use on their bodies or to consume. And it is like a lot of these products that they have approved were detrimental to the American people, to their health. I recall a case with Johnson & Johnson. FDA approved of some talcum powder, some baby powder. FDA knew about the ingredients. The FDA knew. They were blasted, they were interviewed, they were interrogated. They knew about these things. They had little next to nothing to say. Johnson & Johnson. But, now we should be, members of the public are shocked by what the FDA and the CDC said. But I recall the FDA and the CDC clearly stating that these jabs were safe and effective. But effective in what way? It's not safe. I mean, every time you open up social media, you come across someone who is stating that, hey, their lives have been altered behind the jab. And they actually come out and say, I wish I never took this. Not knowing any better, not thinking for myself, not standing up for myself. It's like, it doesn't matter how many degrees you have. Some people got to understand, just because you have a degree doesn't mean that your level of common sense has been heightened. It just means you're very, very proficient in the workforce. That's it. So I've conversated with individuals who had multiple degrees, and they went out and they got the damn jab. And then they want to squawk about data, which I'm already like, well, data can be manipulated, of course. Numbers can be manipulated, of course. But, in any case, people will never learn unless they go through the experience themselves. So, I mean, if that means lives will have to be, lost, then, hey, so be it. I recall an NFL player that died in his wife's house, but this was the same idiot that was tweeting about, well, those individuals who don't want to get jabbed need to be, these are idiots and they need to be locked up. Like, what crime are we committing? We're not committing a crime. But he dead. He's dead. He gone. Dropped dead right in his wife's house. As a matter of fact, I believe he was a Jacksonville football player. I can't think of his name right off, but yeah. He gone. His mom probably isn't too far behind. He trusted his mom's wisdom. His mom's wisdom got him killed because he refused to think for himself. As a matter of fact, it wasn't the point that he refused to think for himself. He couldn't think for himself. That's all that was. No different than many of you all. And I know you may feel like I'm attacking you or whatnot. No, I'm just here to say, I told you so. I still, Uncle Phil still love you, but I told you so. The Tuskegee experiment did not teach any of you all a valuable lesson. Because these motherfuckers, they can't arrest everybody. We're talking about the government here. We're talking about the government and its agencies. The government and its agencies do not have power over you unless you give them that power. And if you willingly give them that power, that means you don't know how to self-govern yourself. You don't want to self-govern yourself. You want to be told what to do, when to do it every single fucking day. So I'm just like, well, if that's the life that you live, then go ahead. But guess what? Don't bitch, cry, and complain when you fucked up. Keep that same energy, I say. But sad case. Sad case. Sad situation. For those who have taken the jab, I highly recommend you better start detoxing. You better start trying to purify your blood. I said it before, I said it again, because on other social media platforms, it will get banned. It will get flagged. They will tell you something about the integrity of the video and your message or whatnot. I'm just like, whatever. They just don't want you to know the truth. Like most shit. Like most shit. They said aliens, when people were talking about their experiences and their, encounters with, UFOs, conspiracy theories. Oh, they crazy. Now all of a sudden the bastards came out recently and then they admitted to that. They're like, yeah, it's UFOs out there. We have documentation and evidence to support these claims. Yeah, we do. So I guess they got folks again. So what should we do, Phil? For those of you individuals that feel like, oh, I just know it all, which I don't know it all, but what I do know, I am going to talk about it. You should too. What should we do now, Phil, since we've already taken a jab and we don't know when our time is? It's like, shit. Get to an herbalist and hope and pray that you can some way, somehow toxify your blood. Because that documentary, Died Suddenly, is a real thing. You all should watch it. They said trust science, but it's like, how can you trust science when science has a history of lying to people? People who practice and work within science know what the truth is, but won't necessarily tell you unless it's to their benefit. If they can benefit from it, you have some people out there in the world who will just formulate a lie, and if that lie is to that individual's benefit, and all they have to do is keep lying, because they already know the majority of people are not going to believe it. They're not going to research. They're not going to read. But guess what? Those who read, they will be discredited. Those who are not reading will just broadcast it to the media and then allow the media, tell the media exactly what we want them to tell you. Why? Because most of the people don't read for themselves. They don't. The majority of Americans have a tendency, they will listen and focus on a television program to receive their information, to be told what to do, when to do it, how to do it. You're not thinking for yourselves. And even if someone is proving you wrong and they're sharing information with you, individuals will still discredit you. They will still look at you and be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, you made a point there, but still. It's no but still. If you want to poison yourself, by all means, that's free will. Do your thing. But in the process of self-poisoning, self-poisoning, In the midst of that process, when you suffering, when you're in pain and agony, and physically you can tell and other people can tell that something is not right with you, guess what? Don't complain. Please don't. What you complaining for? You don't want to govern yourself. You don't want to value and honor your temple to the extent where you're being more mindful of what you're eating, what you are allowing into your temple. And you think for 1 minute these agencies really and truly care about you all? Y'all in trouble. But remember though, Uncle Phil loves you. Sure do. So in the meantime, in between time, protect your peace. Your energy is part of your happiness. Your joy and happiness is part of your peace. Without it, you go insane. You allow other people to control you. Stop giving away your joy and happiness to undesirable individuals, please. I'm going to keep on saying that shit until it sink in. You heard me? All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Love you.